Hey guys, it's Blair, the Love Guru from loveguru.net and the aliennetwork.com. And I am at one of the parks that I frequent here in this smart city I live in. And this wonderful thing just happened. So for weeks, maybe more, months maybe, I've noticed this. I'm going to show you what this is. Let's see, am I pointing to right there? I've noticed this, and I'm going to come over. I'll show you this. So let me flip. So I've noticed this click, walk, and win thing, and I kind of just like, I see that there's like some sort of electric thing going on here. And this is one of the hospitals that like runs this place, literally. And so I was noticing this, I'm like, okay, what is this? This is interesting. And I see it at a bunch of the different parks. I'll go back over here. So today, just now, I see this woman, this older woman, come over and she clicks that thing. She has like something in her hand and she clicks it and it beeps. And I was like, hey, excuse me, like, what are you doing? 'Cause she was walking to her car afterwards. And I was like, excuse me, what are you doing? And she didn't hear me. And I kept saying like, excuse me, like, hello, what did you just do over there? And she was like, oh, they have this program that when you walk around the park, if you have this thing, and I was asking her how you get it, she's like, if you get it, like you click it every time you pass one, you get entered into a sweepstake to win a $25 gift card to like the supermarket or like the sports store, like all these different places. And I asked her a bunch of questions, and I was like, oh, so I don't know exactly, like, I don't remember exactly how our conversation went, but I was like, oh, so they're tracking you that way. That's like brilliant. And she was like, yeah, it's like 1984 here, and it's terrible. It's all over the place, whatever. And I said, but you're going along with it. You're letting them track you. I was like, this is just like a Pavlovian dog. They've trained you to keep clicking it everywhere you go. I was like, so basically they have a map that they know that you go walking on these days, and you go to this spot, then you go to this spot, then you go to that spot, then you go to that spot, and they track you every step of the way. And it was just thrilling because she was very much aware of it, and she's like, I don't know how to escape this. And we were talking a little bit more, and I was like, I don't have an easy pass. I was like, because she was like, well, what are you supposed to do? And blah, blah, blah. And we were just talking about a bunch of different things. And I was like, I don't have an easy pass. She's like, my husband won't get the easy pass. He's like, they track you with that. I was like, I know, but you have to like pull your energy out of the system. You have to like stop complying with these things. And she was like, but they track us with everything, and they do this and they do that and whatever, and what are we supposed to do? And I was like, here, come to my classes. Like, I teach you how to get into an empowered place so that you are, because she's like, I don't know how to stop this. And I was like, well, the one thing is you stop doing shit like that. And she was like, oh, so you're asking about the program not because you want to join it, but because like you want to like teach about it. And I was like, I do teach about it. I'm just adding it to my material. So it was just funny, like, for a couple different elements, just because I've been noticing these things for several weeks, maybe a couple months, maybe a month or two or whatever. And I've just been wondering what that was. And I've never seen anybody like use it. And then the first person I see use it, like, fully is aware and concerned about what's happening in the world. But she does it very well trained, like a Pavlovian dog that does studies. So if you're in a space that you're like fully aware of what's going on and you don't like it, and you'd like to know like, oh, how do we change this? How do we shift this? I strongly encourage you to go to loveguru.net and book one or several of the classes. Go to the Freedom tab. It's on the aliennetwork.net too, if you click on the Freedom tab, and there's taster classes, and then there's a series of classes. So the tasters are like, you could just attend one. And I have public classes as well as grab a group, just 5 people. I lowered the minimum, 5 people, you, your husband, your other friend who's awake, their husband or wife. You know, it's kind of easy to grab those people together and I'll do a class for you. All right, it's time to get empowered. It's time to step into your power and it's time to transform this. We don't just watch it. We don't just comply with everything. She was like, yeah, I love how she goes, in this economy, everybody's going to want a $25 gift card. And I was like, yeah, I'll stop with my teachings for the day, but like that's all a setup too. What's going on with the economy. So loveguru.net under freedom or thealiennetwork.com under freedom tab. Bye-bye. So 2 more things. Number 1, that's how it's done, my friend. Well, actually, number 1, what I'm recording this on is not a phone. I don't have my phone on me. I usually do not have my phone on me. This is an iPod that I can just take pictures of things that I see in nature while I'm taking my walks and make videos for you guys. So that's number 1. That's what I walk around with. I don't walk around with a phone. My phone is usually off in a Faraday, and it's only on when I'm driving or I need to make an emergency phone call, which is never. So that's that. Number 2 is that I'm laughing about this lady because it was a really cute exchange that we had. And you know, because of our conversation, I just created a ripple effect in this area. And that's how it's done. That's what we want to be doing. Okay, I don't know what your mission is, but if you're concerned about what's happening in the world, your mission has something related, it has to do with something related to the New World Order. Okay? And it's about bringing enlightenment into the world as far as where you are, face to face with people. Fuck the internet, okay? You know how corrupt it is and how censored it is. So fuck that. Focus on local activism. And by activism, not protest, but when you see people doing things that is ridiculous, that has to do with the agendas, you ask them about it. Like I spoke to this lady and had a conversation with her. And I can tell you for damn sure that she's going home. First off, she's thinking about it. She was thinking about it when she was with me. And she was kind of making some faces that she was like sort of grossed out that they were tracking her at the park during her park time. That now they know when she takes her walks. They have all this data. She's been doing this for months. And so she's thinking about that. That's what you do. You want to get these people to start thinking in new ways, thinking in new ways, starting to see it, what they're doing in new light. Okay? And she's going to go home. So she's thinking about it now. She's thinking about it on the way home. She's going to go home and she's going to tell her husband because her husband doesn't want the easy pass because he doesn't want to be tracked. Well, she's going to be telling her husband, look who I met at the park. This is what she said. Look what I'm doing. And you know what? I don't know. That's her choice, whether she's going to choose to keep complying or if she's going to pull her energy out of the system. Now, that's her choice. Now, I don't care if she does that or not, but at least she knows. And that's what I care about. It's the consciousness. At least they have the awareness and they have the education, again, and the awareness of what they're doing. And then you make a conscious choice. Are you going to keep doing that or are you not? All right. And then also, if you're looking for alternative ways to be in the world, well, then I can guide you with that and help you clear the internal stuff that's keeping you be like, I want that $25 gift card, but they're giving me the gift card. But in this economy, I need the gift card. That would be nice. Okay. I think that my video just stopped because my alarm went off. But all that internal stuff, so I don't know what was recorded or what, because I got to get going now. But all that internal stuff that keeps you keep going for the gift card or the perks that they're giving you, because they follow the same method each time, how they sell it. So once you know how they sell it, you could be like, I'm not going to take part in that because I respect myself and I honor my soul and my beliefs more than giving into this like corruption that's going on. loveguru.net, thealiennetwork.com, click the freedom tabs, book your classes. Bye-bye. Hey, it's me again. So, I'm a little bit out of breath. I'm out of breath because I'm feeling really excited. I'm feeling really excited about my life, where I am, things that I've cleared through, and there's a lot of energy coming through. So I'm processing that while I'm power walking because I need to get back to my car. What I want to say is that when you step into an empowered place, so whether it's around governmental, the government bullshit, or in your personal intimate relationships, or with dealing with family bullshit, workplace bullshit, money bullshit, whatever, you start feeling this aliveness within you. Because that's you pulling in more of your power from your soul. You becoming more of your soul here on earth. People call it like fully actualized. It's stepping into your superpowers. So like that's what this is all about. It's not about the government this, the government that, or when you're in relationships, this person did this to me or that, or my family or what. It's about how do you step more into your power? How do you become, again, I don't want to keep repeating the word power, but it's such an intoxicating feeling. Like once you start on this path of healing yourself, of your mental, emotional, and childhood wounds and the way that you've been programmed, and you start applying it into your life, because that's the main thing that I teach is action. It's practical steps. A lot of people in the spiritual realm, they like to talk about things, but not actually apply it. Spirituality is actually applying these principles into your physical realm. So once you start doing that, again, your soul starts expanding. You become larger energetically and more powerful. And that feels amazing. Then you start loving your life. Then you start loving all different aspects of your life. Then you stop tolerating all this bullshit. Then you're like, oh my God, how great can it get? Like, how much more fantastic can my life get? And then you start building out all these different areas, start filling in your life that become amazing. And then you're like, oh my God, like it's such a complete contrast to how I was living. So that's what it's about. It's stepping into freedom, yes, and power, yes, and this expansion, yes. Becoming all of who you are, all of who you're supposed to be, all of who you were born to be, but it was taken away from you because you were given all these limiting beliefs. All this programs were put into you, were installed into you. And then you became small, and then you became weak, and then you became miserable. Then you started tolerating shit. Then you started people pleasing and then trying to be nice and, like all these things. And that's how they defeat us. That's how you've been defeated all along, because you've been stripped of your power. So the way to get into your power is you go through that path of like clearing all that baggage that you've gathered through the years. Love it. Feels amazing. Oh my God. But it's like every single area of my life is becoming amazing. Like this is like what I've been dreaming about for years. Like it's all boom, 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 coming into place.